you imagine that being your leg?
Been all over him.
Yep.
He's been all back there.
Right. There's a place in the log. A log is obviously a lot harder surface than your leg, so it's not going to give when he slams it down. So, came through the back, but did what it was supposed to, would definitely lessen the severity of an injury. And you can see that it stopped the chain going around the bar. This white material right here is called warp knit nylon, and that's what does the jamming. Most chaps, good chaps, have anywhere from 6 to 9 layers of this. They're not cut proof, as you see, but it is designed to give you reaction time, less the severity of an injury, and creates a nice little mess in Gary's chainsaw there. All right, so who wants to clean this out right quick? We'll give you a saw wrench and a little bit of time, and you can clean it out. Anytime you hit a pair of chaps, you nick them or cut them in any way, discard them. They can no longer be used. Don't think, okay, I can use these again, because the structural integrity of these fibers is gone. Need to invest in another pair. The last time I checked, the average chainsaw injury costs anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000. So a pair of $80 chaps is a cheap investment. All right. So if y'all want to see this, I'm Cotton Top 3. I'm just a partner with Husqvarna here. Y'all, I'm a YouTuber. They brought me here to bring people in here. Y'all check me out on YouTube. You can see this. He's holding the camera there for me. You check it out. Hey, if anybody wants to run any of these saws, we got 572s, 550, Mark IIs. We got 395s. Anybody can run these saws. We got chaps over here. We'll throw on you. Hearing protection, eye protection. You come over here and play with some saws if you want to. One of us will instruct you. And so, women, whatever, it doesn't matter. Y'all come on if y'all want to try. This is a perfect time. This all costs $1,000. Where else are you going to be able to go and get to play with a saw for a little bit that costs $1,000 before you buy it? You know what I mean? So
David's going to do another demonstration. Who's ever bound up a chainsaw in a block of wood?
I ain't never done that.
David's going to show you an opportunity to get to take care of a bound up saw for an inexpensive way to do so.
We got to get it hung good. We need like a truck sitting on top of it. My saws don't know how to get hung up. Oh, you a lie too. You a lie. I watch you get. So I don't know how many of y'all have seen, what a saw do to chainsaw chaps, or what the chainsaw chaps, how they react to a saw hitting them. So the biggest thing about chainsaw chaps is having them fit right, because when the saw hits them, when that chain goes into them, when it grabs them, it's going to try to pull them off. Now that situation there where it was on that log, you're actually cutting completely crossways on it, which most of the time if you're running a saw and you're going to hit yourself, you're going to hit it at a 45 or so degree angle, and it's going to be pulling up on the chaps. So make sure that if you wear chaps, you kind of got them fit kind of snug, because when that saw grabs, it's going to try to roll them chaps. I wore apron type chaps for years, and I don't like apron type chaps because they don't have the full protection all the way around the calves of your leg, because that apron can, when that saw grabs it and it pulls it, especially if you're running a high powered saw. That was a 572 that I ran in those chaps running wide open. It's going to grab them, it's going to pull them hard. I mean, it's really going to pull them hard. So You can buy the full coverage chaps. They're not that much more than the apron type chaps, but make sure you got those things fitted right, because you don't want to get cut by a chainsaw. I mean, even if you're gonna just pick it up and run it for a little bit, you really need some protection on, because you think about this, like that chain there is cutting a 3/8 curve, so it's cutting a groove 3/8 wide, and then it's not like a knife, it's jagged. But the other part of that is the fact that that chain has bar and chain oil on it, and it also has tree saps and pieces, little particles from the wood and stuff like that that you're cutting is stuck to that chain. And oftentimes what's on that tree and on the chain is worse for you than the cut later on down the road. Once it start, you start having to fight, that infection and all that kind of mess like that. But the guy that was running the chainsaw doing the carving on the pumpkin, that was David. He's with Husqvarna. So I was with David and Gary. They're both with Husqvarna. And then Damien was the chainsaw carver that was there too, that was carving in the background. Y'all seen him on some of my live feeds. But Jill and I had a great time there in Moultrie. This is the last video from all of that. Just a fun time. I should be back next year. We'll go through. They've got to, Gary and David have got to, contact their powers that be and kind of give them feedback and stuff like that, And so hopefully everything will go through and they'll see, where the influence was there, and we'll be invited back again, I hope. But and I tell you, if you or an equipment nut, tractor, any kind of outdoors type stuff, that show right there is a place to be. So just to tell you the saws that we were running there too, I think David was running, I believe that was a 550, either a 550 or 562 that I put the camera on that first part of the clip in the video. And then I was running when the camera was on the bar of the saw that I was running, that was a 395, and then I finished the carving of the cross with a 550 XP Mark II is what I was running there. And then the saw that I was running in the chaps was a 572. They must have had 20 something chainsaws there that you could walk up and run any of them if you wanted to, and test them out or anything like that. So hope y'all enjoyed all of that. Just be safe. Chainsaws are very, very dangerous, but they can be used in a very safe manner if used correctly. And so with that being said, in two more weeks, November the 2nd, I've got a chainsaw class coming up at my place there where I live. And so if you want to get involved in that, I still got a few spots left. Go down below and click over to my website, cottontop3.com. When you go right there, there's a link right there that tells all about the chainsaw class, all the details. Everything's right there that you need to know. So if you're interested in messing with chainsaws, learning something, it doesn't matter whether you've never touched one before in your life, or if you're, if you just cut stuff around the house, or you cut firewood or anything like that, and you're wanting to learn a little bit more, wanting to learn how to use the tip of the bar, boring and stuff like that, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be kind of an all-day thing, and like I said, all the details right there. But big thanks to Husqvarna for hosting me and Jill there at the Sunbelt Ag Expo 2019. So appreciate all y'all watching, coming in. And I'm just gonna kind of watch it rain today, and so we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.